Domo! Why does it keep crashing whenever I do that? I might be hitting a hotkey or something that caused it to close. Whatever. I'll get it back. It's relevant to the beam. It's like, oh, but yes, no! Yeah. Like, I swear it wasn't me. So yeah, we're finishing up Find Love or Die Trying. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I do have a couple ideas if it winds up ending early. So don't worry about it. We're good to go. So to recap what happened last time. It's like, this is a dating games show where we either romance the waifus or we die. However, the first time we were really close to actually romancing a girl, everything went dark and the game reset. Hollow Cure. Not Hollow Cure. Yeah, it's like we pretty much died anyway. So yeah, it's like we started our second round of waifus, so now we'll resume that shit. You'll be happy to know that your third date with Allie yesterday was pretty well received. Oh yeah, it turned out Allie was like an undercover agent or something. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us more room to keep going. Our waifu was secretly a mantis. Like, yeah, she bit her head off. Sounds good to me. For your next date, make sure to pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Though at this point, I think you're in pretty good spot either way. Yeah, so we'll go with Violet. You didn't let me down. I had my doubts with Violet at first, but now I can see why she's the audience favorite. Don't mess it up! Yeah, it's like we banged and she ate our head. Exactly. Like we were just enjoying some casual sex on the beach and then next thing we know, everything went dark. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet! I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Ow! Hot! I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain! Damn, that was delicious. Gombina wan snoo snoo. Now I'm just reminded of an incident about a man trying to sneak a slurp of his mom's stew, but it was boiling hot. But she caught him. It's like he like swallowed the whole thing. So it's like his entire intestines were burned, and they actually were able to like track his intestines and stuff for science. It's an interesting story. Sneak a slurp of your mom. It's like, joke's on you, she's dead. There's nothing there but dryness and bones. Domo yeet. We're still playing the murder dating game. Hope you're having a good day. Like, we're having cookies. That's what we're doing. Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never failed to make me laugh. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow with my arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, milady. It's like, yeah, it's a dating game where if we don't seduce the waifu, we die. Yeah, lemon juice ate all the cookies. And pork roll, too. Stop you! I wolfed out another cookie. Hell yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together a bit at the bit we were performing. Oh, that reminds me. What's up? It's come to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time I have left to do something I've always longed to do. No, not the chainsaw! And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. It's Violet the alien. How about you go probe the alien? A chancla? I'm like, I have to Google that. What even is that? Oh, slippers. Yes, by all means, beat him with a slipper. And then we could watch the sunset go down together, and it'd be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile, goddamn. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheering dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess it'll be touch and go. It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Oh, this is cool. We walked outside for a while, then settled on a lovely spot with a mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. I like the little butterflies in the background. Why are the egg rolls sparkling? In style, you will taste the soul of my shoe. The way her silver hair caught in the sunlight, it was enough to make you believe in angels. She was so beautiful. Dig in, I've brought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mock pouted. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it. I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You've made this week so special. I feel the same way. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared for just the two of us next. You owe me one. What? We enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. Tara is pretty territorial about this room. From what I've seen and heard. But right now, it's our very own private movie theater. I did a little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped as if I had put on the performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow, then took a look at what movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. I'll put on a rom-com. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favorite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced with the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my life! My whole life! Then how about we take a scene you liked from the movie and turn it into a painting? Oh my gosh, you didn't! Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find art supplies. But I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You've got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4. Set up everything they need to paint for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Aw, man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. So we started painting on canvases in the main hall. Well, we mentioned a scene from the movie. Like, paint me like one of your French girls. Oh, there's too many to pick from. Which scene are you painting? Haven't decided yet. How about you? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out into the rain to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads, and was working from there. Gotta make sure it's not mistaken for AI heart. It's like, there's 5 fingers. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final works. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle in her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went on for our date, so we did. Apparently she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm. Almost literally. Almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then finally, we went for a long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company in warmth and silence. Either way, we were happy as can be. We talked about how the past, present, and future were so different than before because of each other. You know, if you asked me to marry right now, without a doubt I'd accept. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had, and what came next was the perfect ending to our lovely date. Come closer. After my date with Violet, I waited outside until the time I expected to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already had enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Ah! Kat was at a table writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey Kat, what's up? ... What? Oh, hey, didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You look like someone who just realized that was dead meat. Oh, don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Stu was working on. Being an accountant was never really in the cards for them despite what they say. Sit down, I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. So how's today's date with Violet go? Pretty cool. Being Violet makes me feel like we're on top of the world. Somehow she takes my breath away with how cool she can be, and at the same makes me laugh like a child alongside her. I had no idea that I'd fall for her so hard after our first meeting, but I couldn't help myself. And now what I want most is to make her the happiest woman in the world. Now that's what I like to hear. I had my doubts at first, but you two really stole the show. And with good reason. I feel like our viewers got see a glimpse of what your lives together would be like. It'd be very domestic. Maybe the mess in the kitchen wouldn't be from the dough next time, huh? It's like, wait, that white sticky stuff isn't icing? No comment. Anyway, you've done great till now. I don't know what if you've said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. You just have to get through one more day and you'll finally be able to leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. Ah. She probably has in mind to probably knock us out again and reset our memories. We're probably gonna die again. I'm just thinking about tomorrow, where I'm gonna kill you. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and last night are the highest. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. You've made it this far. I've made it this far. Nothing's gonna stop me from making it to the end. I hope so, for your sake. So when I'm out of here, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now, you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in this crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck. You'll need it. Thanks, I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's gonna be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you and only you. Wake up next to Violet felt like waking up next to an angel. We walked back to the beach, from the beach past midnight last night, so any rest we could get was very welcome. For several minutes, all I could do was watch her silver hair caught in the sunlight. She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Morning. Morning to you too, Violet. Do you mind if perhaps we just stay here for a spell? Not one bit. Fantastic. Trapping, yeah. Like we'd be having them sleepovers. She rolled herself towards me and hugged me with all her strength. No takebacks. We lay together in the bed all morning, enjoying each other's warmth and company. I don't want this moment to end. I simply cannot wait until we leave here together. We will be the greatest partnership for all time. An empire like no other. I do like an ambitious woman. It's time for you to spend some time with another girl, no? Yeah, sorry about that. It's in the contract. It's no matter. To bicker about this would be fruitless. It's the very nature of the show. Do entertain yourself with whoever today's date will be. But know that anything she could offer would pale to what a queen would. Damn, she'd be spouting that royalty. You run out of time, Kit Kat. It's gonna be fine. Just watch. Good morning, Kat. Morning, how'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. You bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. That reminds me, why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Bloody has? Do I look like I'm made of money? You literally own this island! If I give the staffs beds, the next thing they'll ask for is a minimum wage. No thanks. He walked away. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brother threw onto something about the whole accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last day with your last soulmate candidate, Scarlet. You ready? It's time to make our break. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Then without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed! I found Scarlet in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn as if they'd been read over and over again through the years. Hey Scarlet, what you reading? Hi, just an old fairy tale. Wow, I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. I'm a woman of varied tastes. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Averanda. Really, it's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in. Try me. I smiled at her and she smiled me back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Ma'am, what are you reading? That's quite a suggestive cover. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Averanda, which was far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlet giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never failed to see each other in secret, every night by the crooked trees in the western forests. But those days don't last. One day her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again, and Nera is forced to become a queen at the age of 16. Ah, domo! I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll just call you Hans. Domo Hans, yes, I'm playing Find Love or Die Trying. Welcome. It's like I'm on my final date with the hot lady. She's a little crazy, but I like her a lot. She's my favorite. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. Absolutely based, all the girls in the game are great. They all are. I pretty much like all of them. They're all really good. It's like probably Violet's probably my second favorite. But they're all really cool. I also like Yui because I'm a sucker for like childhood friends, even though it's more of a high school friend kind of thing. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything except for Aloria and the desire to leave. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Oh, come on, believe me, Scarlet, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep into her eyes, and I could tell how much she loved the story. Well, there's not really much left, but... Well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day she remembers everything and rushes home worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. 10 out of 10, perfectly insane. Exactly. Like that scene with the zombies and the gun. That was definitely my favorite scene. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of Aberanda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the long-lost queen. Yeah, the zombie scene was so good. They're like, brains, bananas. They were basically zombie minions. The machine gun, even if I saw in the trailer, still got me. Yeah, it's like, that's kind of why I wanted to play this game, because I saw that and I was like, what is this? Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to the ruling kingdom, but she can never leave again, or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. That's quite the cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me too. I'm curious, what do you think? What would you do in Nera's shoes? Chicken strips. What am I, Lion King? I think I'd leave and never come back. Interesting. Why's that? There's no point leaving without love. Even if it was better for the kingdom for Nera to stay, it would guarantee her love would never be realized. And that's just too sad. I think the same way. I love this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know? You just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with. Me too, Scarlet. There's no one I'd rather be with right here, right now. And speaking of right now, that's where I want to bring you. Yeah, these people clearly not members of aristocracy. Power isn't end in and of itself. They're peasants. If you asked Violet, she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna stay at the kingdom. Someone's gotta rule these peasants. What's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned you love fairy tales. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here! Turtles! She was practically dancing around them, taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I like turtles. I figured the Ocean Palace might just be your thing. Scarlet practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe. But you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet. We're in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire, and she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Always. We looked deep into each other's eyes. Then, the lights went out again! No! Turtles are great, yeah. In a split second, the room became pitch black. I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face, much less Scarlet. It looks like there's a blood out. A blackout. Not a blood out. You don't want a blood out. Scarlet held onto my hand tight. Maybe she was afraid of the dark. I didn't have a chance to respond before I heard a rush of footsteps coming towards us in the dark. Something is right. Oh no. We were surrounded. A familiar voice cut through the short silence of me holding my breath. I'm sorry. You just didn't make the cut. We've got to get out of here. Just make it quick, please. I could hear the woman that voice belonged to walk away. I dashed from the table, pulling Scarlet along with me. What's going on? Who are... Just come with me. We've got to get out. I didn't even make it 5 steps before I was tackled down and cuffed behind my back. Bloody! I screamed for her to run. They made sure no sounds could escape as they pinned me to the ground. Scarlet, you've got to run. Get out of here. It was no use. Even though she was just a few feet away, I was powerless to get an inch closer. They tackled her down in a second. I heard the clink of the cuffs as they dragged her away. I struggled with everything I had to get her to save her to run for what felt like an eternity. Then, nothing. A roof of blood would be fucked up. Yeah, it'd basically be like The Shining all over again. Yeah, just as I said, it's big Shining energy. Just with the elevators. Like, the trailer is pretty iconic for that. Yeah, mental link. Oh boy, we're in the back rooms again. The Shining 2, dating show edition. Like, they're turning horror stuff into dating sim these days, so I can see it. I woke up on an operating table, the kind you'd see in a nightmare. My first instinct was to get up and get off as fast as possible, but my neck, hands, and legs were cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I tried to force myself out with my strength, but the braces didn't so much as budge. Morning! What's going on, Cat? Get me out of here! I'm afraid I can't do that. The dating sim of Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I saw that. And honestly, I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? What are you talking about? You placed some kind of helmet on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. Please, Cat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon. She pressed it. The curtain closes. You're taking your bow. And when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you! The one I've been waiting all this time to see. The one who made me dream of a life together, far from this island. You've been right by me all this time. The lobotomy machine, no! Our memories have been borked again. Tomorrow's the day. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reached out for my hand and held it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want to see you be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, Cat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life. She shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I tried my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What'd you do to her? I choked out every last word.
I didn't do anything. You were too busy making hard-eyes at Cat here to see where her true loyalties lied.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I don't understand.
Why don't you tell him, dear?
Damien's my dad. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island. But you didn't trust me enough to tell me exactly what it was. So I became close to you and told you what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were ever going to escape from this island. Why Are you saying this?
Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter.
Why?
I love that look on your face. You know, you've got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you.
It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end.
Keep him alive. Bloody. You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're gonna wish that I let Cat kill you.
Why? Why, Cat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. ... Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep for just a... ... Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Ellie! Hang on just a little longer. Who are you? The one in front of me looked at me with pity. Bang the glass. Let me out of here. Yeah, Ellie's coming to save the day. Yay! I hit the glass with what little strength I have. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit. Trust me, and sorry in advance. What? She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed the button. As if on cue, it was as if every nerve of my body was set on fire. It's like being released from the pods in the Matrix. I screamed and thrashed around, but did nothing to alleviate the pain.
Oh, will you look at that? Look like our little hero's got some life left in him. Well, you know, Bloody, you're in luck. Usually I'd just kill you for this, but a new opportunity's just opened up, and I think you'd be a perfect fit.
I'm sorry, Bloody, but it's true. I don't understand.
Why don't you tell him, dear?
Damien is my father. Oh, it's always the hero, aren't you? You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye. Hold on just a little longer. She looked away from me as if she heard something. What? I couldn't tell. Shit, we're almost there. We're running out of time. I'm sorry. I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. You have to have sex with Damien? I have to seduce the show host. That's how I boost my ratings. Be quite the plot twist. But then that would make Kat my daughter. That'd be kind of awkward. I've got to run back to my tank or they'll know something's up. She pressed her hand against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. Your dad calls me daddy. The secret David epic ending. Real, not fake, not... Yeah, that is a bad video games emote, isn't it? The pain had stopped. The world turned dark. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that is based. I agree. I've been here before. I'm Bloody. I'm on some kind of dating show, Find Love or Die Trying. Allie, she helped me. I've got to find her. You're up early. Most people around here need a little more to wake them up. Kat. I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remembered enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Allie, Scarlet, Tara, Violet, and Yui. The harem route. Each of them countless times. Am I that person? No, you're just a hentai protagonist. Don't worry about it. It's a forbidden rune now. Yeah, because she's still, it's like she's still suspended for a few more days, I think. I need to find Allie, but first, for the problem at hand. Yeah, just a little band. Just a little. She was able to get it down from 14 to 7, which is pretty impressive. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. Where am I? I've got to play dumb. I know it sounds weird, but do you know where we are? Will she buy it? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you to speed on. The name's Kat. I'm the producer for a new show. Find love or die trying. What's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating show rules. Meet the girls before the show starts. Yui, I don't remember meeting you before the show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's possible not to feel happier when I see your smile. You'd think the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than you show the world, Violet. Scarlet, you're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. And considering people have been banned for only 7 days for boinking, yeah. And she should have been banned for 7 minutes. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Twitch is biased. You still have no idea what you got yourself into, Tara. Killer dating show or not. I'd love to see the way you see the world. And finally, Allie. You never gave up on getting us out of here even after all this time. Howdy, Bloody. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around you. Be my pleasure. We went for a job, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. And we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Twitch banned every woman ever. But how would they know? Remember, it's the internet, where women are men are children, and children are FBI agents. Sweet, I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've got to ask, how do you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually tank knocks me out right away, but that last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it, and anything better than being stuck there forever. You'll decide who's what gender. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Drake's gender fluid. That's my fluid. Give it back, pork roll. I'll safeguard the interests of the Twitch viewers. But I thought they like hot tubs. Femboy hot tubs? Are there femboy hot tubs? That's actually a valid question. Don't worry about me, Allie. All I could ask is a fighting chance you gave it that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh, I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth. I'm from the Resistance. You could think of us as a covert group for concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we're fighting a war here. Now, that war will be won with information. Information that lives on this island and only here. There was no way we could ever find this place, not by conventional means. And then we found out about the show, and so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. I volunteered as tribute. So it's like my guard party will take care of it for them. So they shall be in safe hands. Hopefully. Maybe. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Allie. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government. Take a few cute selfies and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I've got you now. We'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. But since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's 2 things we need to do. 1, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them until we do. And we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. It's going to take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlet today? I could do that, but that's not related to us getting out of here. I'd tell you if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's get back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. I'm guessing she probably wants us to go to Scarlet first because Scarlet was the one who created the memory rewriting machine. So out of everyone, she's probably going to be the most useful in getting everyone's memories back. That's my guess. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know. That's putting it lightly. Bloody, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I've got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Bitch literally shot me. Is that shit so? Well, it's no harm, but you'll have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get one day with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for day 6, and then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant to be together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's day with? Scarlet. There's just something about her, you know? Hydration. I found Scarlet inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. Shinji, dude, the thug shaker. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. So I'm not sure why Allie insisted on me going on a date with Scarlet today. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey, Scarlet, Bloody. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. Oh, cool. This is the zombie part again. Yay. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy, and... Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Bloody. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? What? Yeah, I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it now. I mean, I probably could, but I need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me. You can use our lab. Oh. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the walls of the game room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Kitty's calling for me. 1 second. Okay. Now I'm starting to see what happened. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could get all in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever it is. I need a live specimen. ... I'm sure you can help with that. I've got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. Kitty wants to jump on my lap. Kitty! Hi, Kitty. Meow meow. Meow meow. He's hesitating. He's like, I'm not sure if I can make that jump. He's like, Mother, I do not know. I'm literally doing like a drum roll on my lap. He did not appreciate the drum roll. He tried to swipe. Like, all right, fine. Don't get on my lap then. Just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. Aki. He wants to play. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. This is how Loon flirt with JPEG images, pretty much. Domo Chambi, welcome. Good to see you. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the day trying to split them up, as well as searching for lone wolves. Brains! Bananas! We're in luck. We've finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're finished. I've got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Where'd you even get that? It's not really important right now. You mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. Though I kind of want to watch. I turned around. Brains! Bananas! I hope your health insurance covers this. Thwack. Once more with feeling. Thwack. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not run into any more of the zombies running amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room, and I pulled Four's unconscious body in. Oh, fuck. My hand slipped, causing Four's body to tumble down the stairs. I warned you about those stairs, man. Bonk, 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 bonk. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick, or we're not gonna have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him quickly. We put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I would ever make zombie viruses. Little does she know. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. ... Cat, you there? Weird. I thought Cat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no mics all the way down here? I guess so. I was going to tell her we've got the cure now. Sweet, great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administered the cure to Four, then went back upstairs together. Cat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your people's help to help administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. With Cat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague, with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went for a walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found the way to bring my other's memories back. You found her lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't trying to get back there after they shipped us out of there, so that's a huge win. So where is it? There's a secret trap door in the games room. You just have to press a hidden button panel in the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scar and I were only able to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that. I've got an inside man. Four's gonna be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. Four? That way we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with someone to go down that easily. Was Four always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I'd have to prove he's worthy, don't worry, you can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. So the gang's all here. You guys have to see this, trust me. Allie put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase before it became intimate. intimately and repeated familiar with. Did Allie prove Forrest trust before or after his little trip down the stairs? That is a good question.
Whoa, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play than in the dark. Hold me back.
Allie explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical. Except for Scarlet. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down here. We walked towards the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine. My father's companies made these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they film the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape it fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Bud and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back, otherwise you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know that she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie. What? This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. Thumper, yes, bet the kitty. It's a strange feeling. Capog. On the one hand, this is horrible. On the other, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use it the way it should be. All right, I'll trust you. We just walk back into the machine. Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it, and then Bloody Eye will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walked into their respective machines. I don't get it, but I trust you, Bloody. Katie didn't appear? Hold on. I know why. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's like Mix It Up did not boot up. That's why. Alright, go to the points and then... There we go. Should be doing it now. Yay! Alright, that's fixed. Yay! I guess. Is this going to hurt? Yes. It is. Sorry, Huey. Don't be. I'm happy you didn't lie to me. It makes me even more sure to trust you. Here you go, Huey. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this. On it. ... Yeah, it's like sometimes Mix It Up boots up and sometimes it's like, no, you have to log in. I'm like, oh. But now it works. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process was almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Scarlet, Violet, Yui, and Tara remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scar, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't time to mention it, but I made a bet with Flora about what would happen when they got their memories back. What'd you bet? I'm gonna watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. What? If looks could kill, the girls that had gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They ran to me yelling and screaming, "You five-timing little cheater!" Wait, I can explain, Too late, they were on me like hyenas. Ah! Dead. Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained our plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Congrats, buddy. You made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear it. You think you choose Scarlet at the end of this? Too early, I guess. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible and not get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings for this show could end up with them shutting it down early. If it happens this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves out right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again? There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like more? Drama. What better to start that fire than a full day date with another woman? If it ain't broke, so who's it gonna be? Ever notice there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really, it's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to wonder why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it using a black key that she kept in a key ring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you gave me that key for even a minute, I could make a mold of it that we can use as a duplicate key. I bet that would be pretty useful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome. Wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I take it. I'm feeling a butt coming. But it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By the end of the night, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we've been on as evidence. Those don't count. Oh, Allie. Yui. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods the same day we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how not to give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out really quick. It's so nice to see you again. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel like things are going a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright, like I know it's gonna be okay. Would it be okay if we just spent the day this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute, what about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Bun, bun, bun! Bun, bun, bun's returned! Yay! Bun, bun, bun darted out from a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun, bun, bun. Hunt! Bun, bun, bun leapt out of her arms and then dashed towards the mansion. With that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand and then held it tight. I like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times I remembered how dire the situation we were in and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even then, she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind. She found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get all of us out safe. Buddy? Yeah? I love you. I hope we can spend another day together just like this soon. I'd like that. Me too, Yui. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Buddy, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I was attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was like 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth. It was not Monty Python. There was at least 5 of them. I took everything I had not to laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight him off without any permanent injury. I made sure that Ford deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and dramatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beast affects 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later. Good night. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How'd you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contacts with a few devils in the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding. Don't worry about it. Starting to wonder about those beasts. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the main shift plaster to set. Where'd you get that plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. Test them out as soon as tonight tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome. Let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know? Ford disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walked back up the staircase back to the mansion. Where are they? I hear some sounds in the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey, Violet, how are you? Huh? Goodness, apologies. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides to say, hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week. I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has a sister to worry about, though she tries not to burden everyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must have been worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet, and they're going to be happy to see you again. You're right. There's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but we gotta believe, right? I suppose you're right once again. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola. That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. Damn, that's rough. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standards she set for my parents. You could probably guess how well that went, considering they threw me into this fucking box. I wasn't as good as running the business, or appearing prim and proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing. Really, that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I could resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I feel like I couldn't do anything right. Look at how this show is developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? I held her in my arms tightly because at this point she really deserved a fucking hug. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the Brothers Five and make delicious meals that some people will probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're going to get out of together, and we won't be able to do it without you. ... You're too kind. Thank you for the... I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping the Master Key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event that it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memory back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It is the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? I know it's not the time or the place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world. Nice boat! I'm looking forward to that day. You shouldn't be. I know about the boats, man. You don't want to be on that boat. As am I. We talked for a few moments long before retiring for the night. For once, I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Laddie! Ellie, what are you... Never mind now, you gotta come down to the lab. What is it? We found something and I know you'll want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. ... The other girls were already there, crowded at a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. All of us scrambled to find our own file, except for you, who was already holding hers, and Allie. Weird. There's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, and then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for this experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. Ha! It's good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you not actually fucking hate sports? I love her already. She's just like me, for real, for real. A tomboy that hates sports. Just in case. I've never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see. They got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've taken extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the last 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others, they've got notes down to how and when I brush my teeth. Or how I react differently when they change the show, or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have happened. There's no way you could have fucking known. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so. My file says they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology? I can't even begin to understand how this could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how it must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times it feels violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on this show? No, why's that? I forgot. I was allowed to tell you that was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money. And nothing but that. I totally exploited the childhood friend trope, which now makes you my least favorite. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I die here, I never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're gonna get out of here and see your sisters again. Together. Squid Game. This is fucking Squid Game. Thanks, Molly. I like that. I'm curious, Yui, what kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it, that sounds a lot better than Gaming Gremlin. That's a perfect title for you, though. Yui's girl now and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like Tara around was critical. I looked at Violet, who'd been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay! It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I've got nothing to go back to, no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran to the stairs, her echoes sobbed through the staircase and through the lab. I meant to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone. I didn't mean to look, but after her papers scattered around the room, Maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining Violet to us full well knowing that the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. You could say that again. Jesus Christ. Like, this is disowning on a whole new level. It's too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. Like, this is fucking nuts. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone. I mean, wanna talk? Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. Not only up there, it's a long way down. Probably surprised, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on the day 3. I gotta thank you. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to hear that with help with that, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, one slip with Kat and this is all over. I'm good, Kat. I just didn't sleep too well. I got the sleepy burpees. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony, huh? I guess, yeah. A woman like Yui, anyone would be lucky to have her. Damn straight. When she's a different kind of woman than Scarlet, you've got a tough choice down the road. Though you've also got a tough choice to make now. Who's the unlucky girl today? Domo Poppy Seeds, welcome! I'm on a killer dating show and I'm trying to work with the girls to get out of here. So who should I be taking on my date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to be put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. What better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. I never figured out a voice for Tara. I'm never going to be consistent with her. Because, like, the Rainbow Dash voice I tried for her was hurting my throat, so now I'm just improvising. Like, seeing if I could arm wrestle with one of the zombies Scarlet made, that went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Bloody? Yeah, it's the fucking we ball approach. Exactly. I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something we could do to help us escape that we could only do on a date with Violet. I got it. Tomorrow you're gonna go on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down today, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Now we're just gonna fling all the dough at the walls. Oh, hi. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I may have met an irresponsible bat. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are. But I may have challenged them all in a competition in your name. You are ridiculous. But I laughed out loud. That's the smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? That's serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come in here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, and the rest are going for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They will rue the day they challenged me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme for this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happy already knowing you're looking out for me. I'll be here for you, everything that you'll boo. I for you as well. Spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. Here comes the boys. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. Not that I want to fade you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle, you have my respect. Yeah. It's like, remember guys, number 4 is on our side. Hopefully. Like, oh, you're coming closer. Beep. Is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. What's that too? What I meant to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn, bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something, 4. We'll meet you on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. 5, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you'll entertain me, brothers. They deserve the world. Yeah. They deserve the world and a raise. They need a paycheck. Violet raised the pan towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of mystery dish, a dish I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who's not a contestant. Oh, you must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How can we ever feed everybody? Not my problem. I definitely ain't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. Yeah, they deserve at least minimum wage. They're not even getting that. Damien's truly evil. That was enough to keep the charade going. Like, it's one thing to trap people on an island for your entertainment. It's another to not give your workers minimum wage. That's just diabolical. The mystery dish is spaghetti and meatballs! Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. Damon's a bastard, but a really hot one. Yeah, he do got them scars and them shark teeths. One collapsed on the ground. One down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin. The contestants that were still conscious rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they gonna make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watch each of them cook furiously at neck-break speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I've seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, Ford was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid-out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting them together. 5 settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess that everyone has their own pace. Time's up. Time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid-out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everyone wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken! With the resounding majority, our first ever best chef on the island in the middle of nowhere award is... Violet! The crowd cheered, myself included. Yay! I did it! Me! I did it! I jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid at a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I've ever had. So if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro! Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet! 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 Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. I'll just have to get a small loan of $1 million and get my own restaurant establishment. Violet leaned in and kissed me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet! Violet! We laughed together. I've had so much fun today. Thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this up? Sounds like a plan. I'll see you there then. Hey. She reached that hand out to mine, and I held her tight in turn. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know. I couldn't have done that without my ever so charming television host. We walked around the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out. Escaping the island or not, everything seemed like a dead end. But today, you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You're really incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you. Mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like me better if I was with you. I like me better when I'm with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me on that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, she put her finger against my lips. Shh. I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet, but please do remember what I've said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I like that. We walked together until the dead of night. It was nothing less than magical. The gang's all here. Just after we came back, a huge storm hit outside. We just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your date today. Sorry to interrupt, but it's time we get this show on the road. Allie took the master key from her pocket, span around the ring with her finger, then put on the locked door. And we're in! She turned the lock, then pulled the door open. Whoa, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. Must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh man, not another staircase. They could have saved so much money if they just put this on the main floor. But then it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Secret smearkin. Been by the locked door. I guess you have a point. Then there's another staircase, really nearly as long as the one in the lab. Walking down the steps for only a few moments when we saw where they led. This has to be it. What's it? A while back, Kat told me all the information on this island was stored in books. They didn't use anything digital or with the internet. I think I remember that too. Well, it's bullshit. They're an evil corporation intent on world domination through fear and control. Of course they have internet. How else are they gonna influence people on Twitter? I think we found a way into their closets. Skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. Yeah, it's an understatement. Information here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. But there's more to that, too. What do you mean? My dad, mom, and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what's happening. If there's anything that could help me find them again, or at least find out what happened to them, it's in this computer. That was the real reason I came here, the whole reason I risked everything. What if it doesn't have what I'm looking for? What if... Allie... Yui ran to Allie's side and hugged her tightly. It's going to be daijou bu. You believe in me, right? She took a deep breath. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm okay now. Thanks, Yui. I didn't do anything. Are you ready? Let's do this. I looked at Violet as Allie prepared to turn the computer on. She looked as concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message. Password required. Well, I did think it was going a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up just yet, though. Tried a few different passwords to the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it, I bet only Damien can know this, and there's no way we could just ask him. Silence fell upon the room. It can't end like this. It just can't. I've got an idea. It's not going to involve anything involving wrestling zombies again, is it? Hey, I've got better ideas than that. I mean, the thing is, I think I have a better way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I could make something that could try all possibilities with the password. It takes some time, especially if it locks me out too many times, but eventually I'll get the password. There's no guarantee we'll get the answer before the show is over. A lot better of a shot than I thought we had. I went over to Tara and hugged her tightly. Thank you, you awesome little you. Oh, this is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. In the meantime, the rest of us can try to figure out what the password would be as well. That reminds me, I need to tell you guys something important. What's that? I have our escape plan. She took out the master key and held out for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found on the beach just a little further from where I just found the plane. Now that we have this key, we know that it works. We can use it to disable the hangar security, command our plane, and then fly the hell out of here. We practically jumped with joy. I can't believe it. We're almost out of here. It's been a long time coming. Well, soon, but not just yet. With the storage ramming, there's nowhere we're getting anywhere else tonight. At least of all this off the ground. If there's a few clear skies tomorrow night, that's where we'll be. What about the computer? Don't we need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about your family? Well, that'd be the ideal case. But honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I've decided it's more important to help save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase the pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. If I were in your shoes, I was looking for my sisters and I just gave up looking for them, I'd regret it forever, and I know you would too. I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We're in danger if we stay here. Yui speaks for us too. To have family that you really care about and that cares about you too, you can't give up on that. We're not going anywhere until we crack that code, even if it takes us to the last day. You guys. No, I can't allow it. I won't take the chance for your lives. We're not backing down on this. What do you think? Let's fucking do it. We'll take the chance. I think you need it. You guys, take a chill pill for a second.
I'm a programming god, best of the best. Gonna have that code cracked up into mine, that's a promise. Don't worry, Kay.
I love you guys. Thank you so much, really.
Why are you thanking us? I'm the one who had to write the code and shit.
We have together something I thought might have been impossible after initial bad news. We're in this together and we're getting out together. No one gets left behind! Woohoo! After we call it a night, I laid in bed, deep in thought. Who would have thought I could have ended today feeling inspired after everything that happened last night? We've got this.
Bloody, one more thing before I turn in for the night.
What's up, Tara?
I got caught up in the heat of the moment earlier, and oh no, I got no idea. No, I don't like what this going. How to do this, cause I remember that, and all I know about hacking videos are videos of people typing really fast and saying "I'm in," and
I practically flew out of bed. Thank God it was just a nightmare. What does it take to get a good night's sleep on a killer dating show? Come on. What are you smiling about? Things are going well? You're just hoping it stays that way. Well, don't get too comfortable. You've got a few days left and then it's back to the regular. I'm looking forward to that. I bet. Better sooner than later. You cost too much to keep around. Anyway, the million-dollar question. Who's today's lucky girl? That'd be... So tomorrow's gonna be either Tara or Allie. Probably has to go with Tara, but doesn't Tara need time to correct the code?
Nah, I already finished making the code breaker. It's trying every password as we speak. No guarantee it'll finish before we're both done with our dates, but it's worth a shot.
Thank you, Tara.
Don't worry about it. Besides, I think it's better if we save your date for last.
Why's that?
I don't know, you're some super spy from some super secret organization. You definitely got some potential bigger You definitely got bigger heist potential than I do.
I don't know about that, but it sounds good to me. I'll use the time to prepare some contingency plans. Scarlet, Vi, you, I'm gonna need you guys for this. I'm happy to provide assistance. You bet. I'll help however I can.
Sweet. Alright. What's up? I didn't just build a code breaker. I've built a game that works with it too.
What do you mean? She handed me her console.
I just whipped it up real quick. It looks like a code breaking game, but really it works directly with the computer we found. If you get the password right in this game, we'll have access to the computer. Make sense?
Amazing. I can't believe you whipped something so fast.
It wasn't hard. It's just a big middle finger to my mom who thought all my screen time was a big waste of time. Anyway, I figured we could play this game here and there during our date, try whatever passwords come to mind. Obviously not for the whole date because rings and all, but as much as we can.
Sure. That's good.
I'm a genius.
She cackles maniacally. You are. I like to spend the day with Tara. Is that so? Well, we'll make it happen. Try not to spend it all on playing games, though. Believe it or not, that isn't what viewers want in a primetime slot. No promises, but I'll try my best. Ain't much, I'll take that. Love Tara, she's such a smart dumbass. Yeah, she really is a gamer girl. Like, when she gave us that ring, I was ready for her to call us her little pog champ. Sorry, Kat, that's pretty much the plan.
Hey, you up to play some games?
Other two, but Kat wants us to do some other
games. It is sweet.
There's no stopping Tara when she puts her mind to something. If she said Pog once in this game, it would make it even better. I absolutely agree with you 100%. We started playing together in the games room while making pleasant conversation. Normal enough to seem like regular conversation, cryptic enough to disguise what we were trying to do. Even if Tara and I never went on crazy adventures like I did with Allie, it didn't make moments with her any less special. If I forget that we're trying to hack into some confidential database, this really is a fun day at home with your partner.
How about Tara's the best?
Worth a shot? Nope, didn't work.
The nerve of them! Tara rules?
That's a miss.
Was the T capitalized? Maybe add 0, 1, 2, 3 to it?
Thank goodness we have the code breaker running in the background. Time to switch gears. Let's give Cats and Fudge to work with to keep us alive. Oh God, why the sun? Go on without me. Crying emoji. She just like me, for real, for real. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Somewhere or another, we always end up back inside the mansion, huh? Yeah, I love that she can... That she literally... She says the emojis. There's nothing wrong with that. Guess you're right. Up for a few more rounds of the game we just played? Sure. How about Damien Black sucks? Angry emoji. Nope, doesn't work. Cat Black sucks? Wink emoji. Oh, wait, I have that as I have that as a toggle. Cat sucks wink emoji. Not that either. How about bloody? Oh, come on, now you're just guessing. Like it wasn't before. Well, I'll try it. Holy crap, that was the password. The two of us looked at each other like deers in the headlights. What? We cheered as if our favorite team just won a sporting event. Wait a minute, why would the password be your name? That doesn't make any sense. My guess is as good as yours. Maybe we'll find out tonight. I hope so. I think I've had enough for games for today. I never thought I'd hear you say that, Tara. I'm full of surprises. We can spread the good news after. How about we try something new today? Something outside? Sounds like a good plan to me. Awesome, let's go. We ended up going back inside a minute later, but the rest of the day with Tara was still a lot of fun. And we're in. The password prompt closed with a satisfying ding ding. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. What? Why would there be a folder called homework? Yeah, we don't go in the homework folder. Well, that's definitely a foreign folder name. Tara was about to open it, but Allie intervened. You mind if I take a look? Forget why we were here for a second, sure. Let's see. Allie started going through folders, databases, reports, anything that could be useful. At the same time, Tara started downloading all the files onto her console. Doesn't look like there's anything here about why my name was the password. All I was supposed to do was give Allie and Tara the space they needed. Seems like it's only going up from here, team. I was worried for Alice, especially if we couldn't get into the computer, but it looks like we got it after all. It's too soon to say anything, but I do hope you're right. Let's not jinx it. So what's the first thing you're gonna do when we're out of here? I thought we weren't going to jinx it. I'm gonna get straight back to helping people, the way I know best. Nothing's changed in that regard. That's a lovely aspiration. Do me a favor, make sure your inventions don't get used on yourself again, okay? I mean, it's not like I was trying to. I admire how you can be so sure. As excited as I am to leave this place, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing after. That's totally okay, Violet. That's part of the fun of life, just figuring it out as you go. I suppose so. Violet looked at me and smiled. That's very much my plan at this point, too. Guess who's back, bitch? What Tara wants to say is we did it. I got everything I need to turn the tide of the war, and I know where my family is. They're alive! Yay! I've never seen Allie so happy. She jumped towards me and hugged me. Oof. That's fantastic. Such a relief. I'm so happy for you, Allie. Great job, Tara. You cracked the code. Not all at once now. I can't believe I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. We didn't have to wait this long to leave, but you guys did it for me and my family. I can't ever thank you enough. She pulled the master key from her back pocket and swirled it around in her right hand. You guys ready to get out of here? Actually, I was thinking of staying here for the rest of my life. Not having internet is the best thing ever. I couldn't agree more. Let's get out of here before we develop a Stockholm syndrome. After you, Allie. We followed Allie out of the mansion, through the forest, and to the hangar. Whoa, I did not see this. Granted, I don't go outside. I don't blame you, it's pretty out of the way. Not that we have to worry about it now. Allie pulled out the master key and swirled it around in her right hand. She walked to the door of the hangar and put the key in the lock. She tried to return back, but it didn't work. She tried a few more times, but the lock refused to budge. I don't understand. I've seen Cat use this key everywhere, including here. They must have changed the lock. Does this mean we're stuck here? I don't... It's rare that Allie tripped over her words. It hurt to see her so defeated. I don't know. An uncomfortable silence fell over us. Am I gonna die here? All of us? No, we're not out of this just yet. I refuse to give up again. Well, if we can't get into the hangar, there's no way to break in without triggering any alarms. For now, yes, but getting in later is a different story. If I remember correctly, whenever you go on a third date, Bloody, you would fly in a plane together. Well, I'm assuming the plane was for you two. It's just like you to try something crazy and drag in. Can't review that. That was definitely us. Have you never died in those plane rides? I'll never know. That means the staff won't mind if you take the plane during the date, which means we'll have to ask for the key temporarily. We still have to be able to get the plane. It just has to be tomorrow's date. There'd be way more staff than usual, but we'd still have a chance. Exactly. The rest of us can be relatively close by, perhaps at the beach, to avoid suspicion. Then when you get the plane, we run over, you pick us up, and we're out of here. That could work. It's better than how my plan turned out anyway. Am I gonna play Honkai Star Rail? I'm working on it. We'll see. I know everyone and their grandma's playing it right now. I was worried for a second there, but it was for nothing. We've got this. We'd be in a tight spot without you. It is a team effort. Without each of us here, we'd be stuck here with no chance to escape, I'm sure. Speak for yourself. I'm sure I'd get out of here on my own. You would shut down the zig and you reach the beach, Tara. Oh, it's like I thought maybe teamwork makes the dream work. We laughed together. The movie was infinitely better than it was a few moments ago. Spent the rest of the night talking about the details of the plan, including what we do if the unexpected happened. One thing was for sure, though, we weren't giving up on getting out of here. It all ends tomorrow. All according to Keikaku. What do you know? You actually made it to the last one-on-one date. How are you feeling? Pretty good? I'm excited to see how a date with Allie will be. Oh, we've got a real surprise in store. She has all of us in the crew working extra hard to prepare a special date for you. By all of us in the crew, I mean the Brothers 5. How about you go find her, spend some time together while we set things up for you? Sounds like a plan. Let's see. Oh, looks like she's by the beach. Well, guess that's where I'm headed. Don't do anything we can't air. Murder is okay, but God forbid someone takes their top off. Oh, too real. I waved the cat as I went on my way. Just as Kat said, Allie was on the beach. She was looking out at the ocean. Morning, Allie. Buddy, it's always good to see you. The difference between Allie's voice during the day and night was like day and night. I guess we have to worry about the cameras, but still, it takes some getting used to. Oh, it's going to be tough to top your previous dates with the other girls, but I think I have a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Allie. You better be. We've been saving the best for last. She reached out for my hand. Walk with me? I reached for her outstretched hand. It'd be my pleasure. Two of us walked around the beach for a while, getting to know each other. So what will you be doing when the show's over? First thing I'm going to do is say hey to my family again and make them a nice dinner. Gerald will be done. They're gone sick with worry in the week since I've been gone. I wonder what they're thinking now. It's been at least 2 years since then. Yeah, I was right. Sometimes not remembering is a blessing. Ellie does not have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Come on. Going along by the hand in the forest. I have to say, Allie's really impressed me. Of course, it was her deliberate plan to come to the forest to get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. You're gonna love it. I saw it the same moment she did. It was all we could do was stand and watch. No! She staggered, almost fell, but who could blame her? Oh, fuck! The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible. There was no way either of us could take another step towards the hangar without being burned alive. The stench of burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words. And in front of those flames was her, walking away from the flames. Sorry, Allie, Bloody. There's been a small change in plans. I'm sure you could tell, but we had a few snags in the hangar. How would you two spend your day in the ground instead? I want to scream. I want to attack her with every bone in my body. Well, let's do it. So I took one step forward to her. I could feel a hand pulling me back. It's Allie. Well, look, first says everything. You can't do this. And she's right. I can't afford to put everyone in danger. Hold myself back from giving away for what the plane meant to me took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Kat was able to read my face and see that. Sounds fine to me, Kat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? We're still looking into it. By the way, there's nothing we can do about it. How about we go somewhere else? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could she smile like this at me? Of course, Allie. For the rest of the day, Allie and I put on the performance of a lifetime. Though our faces were all smiles and laughter, we knew now more than ever that we were trapped in Kat's fucked up puppet show. And Kat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Ford give us away? Could we have ever trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking, the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time I was supposed to meet with the group, but what were we even to do? There's no way you can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I make a break for it? No, I'd never make any other stuff for my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good. What do you want? Not a great mood right now. Can we talk later? You're not much for acting, are you? Look, I already know about you and your plan to escape. What? My blood ran cold. You know, take the plane, fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. All I could do was stand wide-eyed. I know you and the others found the lab, got your memories back. Well, at least the others did. And I know that every night you all work hard together to find a way out. I mean, of course I know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You'll save all of us time. We walked to the locked door into the games room. She took out her master key and spanned it around. You never really thought a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. Busted with a capital B. The other was inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Kat. How about two? First, your inside man was never four. It was me, Dio. I mean, come on, he wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you only had a chance at escaping this island because of me. Newsflash, Allie, those tanks never just bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank. The one and only. Allie was at a loss of words and I was no different. Kono Dio gra. Exactly. What do you want, Kat? Honestly, the same thing as you guys. I want off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What, do I have something on my face? As hard as it's to believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you. I even fell for you. Even 5 girls isn't enough. Unbelievable. And then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you, and you're gonna backstab. You're just gonna backstab us. Is that true, Kat? I'm ashamed to say it is, but I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. It doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He'll take the people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I'd do it in a heartbeat because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. You're so compassionate. How come you burned up our only way out of here? You're lucky I did. If you had actually flown as planned, you'd be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people on this show would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build a hangar in the plane. It's the only place anyone tried to escape would go. Exactly. I told you in the past, Allie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of the island. If you did, you'd be blown up like fireworks. That, Allie and I were in that plane, which was little more than a flying death trap, sent a chill down my spine. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. Though I hate to say it, I need you guys to help me and us escape. She reached her hand towards me for a handshake. Allies? Let's discuss first. Cat leaned against the wall while the rest of us debate on what to do. Can we really trust her? This might be another trap. So I could be the first fire you've fallen into. You're right. That said, it's not like we really have much to lose at this point. If she's done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You alright, Ellie? I'm fine. I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive. That's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now either, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right. As much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Kat's help, worthy or not, if we want to stay that way. Keep an eye on her. Gonna say it better myself. Alright, Kat, if you want us to help, you're gonna need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? And why have you been forced us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just one of hundreds of killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared. That keep people from organizing against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally with test audiences. See what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we'd aired it, but it wasn't sufficient. But we couldn't just film a killing show over and over again to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. Government bad, girls good. Exactly. Could have said it better myself. It was the same with the test audiences. You can't just make them watch multiple versions of a show as they'd remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There was no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feelings that lives were really in danger. But the memory writer would have changed that. It did. Be able to reuse everybody. Our volunteer actors, the test audiences. Since we could just make everyone forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was as if it was the first time to all of you. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the last 2 years. There's a lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, while I was genuinely afraid for my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you've been testing the show this long, when's the real thing? There is no real thing. It's only what version tests best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on the show, and that time is almost up. This is the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien and I said we'd let you and your chosen party go if you achieved the good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry I've waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I've got nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand for me for a handshake. Allies, at least till we're out of here? I don't really have a choice this time either, huh? If you want to, you can report us right now. That's true, and my word would count for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Domo, Mr. Bloodblade. Welcome. Have I found love yet? Yes and no. It's like all the girls have their memories of when I dated all of them. Because we've been stuck in a time loop for 2 years while the show kept recording our responses for the best ratings. Like we've been memory wiped over and over again. Pretty bad, yeah. Allie shook Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to? I'm fine, so it's not important anymore. We don't have time to waste. So yeah, originally Kat was, she's like one of the producers of the show. And at one point she did try to help us get off the island, but then betrayed us because she has someone she has to protect. So at this point now, because it's the last run of the show before they kill us all, she's teaming up with us so we can all get out of here. So teamwork is dream work. If you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show between midnight and just before the sun comes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way off the island alive. Also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each run of the show. Oh, there are no other planes on the island. A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell on the island which performs two functions. First, it renders us invisible to the satellite. It's the reason why your people couldn't find us, Sally. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or out of the barrier, it'll get fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island will be that signal is the boat. On Bendy, it'll be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's the staff on the island who we'll have to watch out for. That leaves the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them and not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that might just work. Though I have to admit, it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. You explained her plan to us with a renewed confidence that could inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we still have tomorrow, so we have just the amount of time we need. That just might work, Yui. You're a mad genius. Let's just say I've been holding back my creativity until now. It's crazier than anything I've imagined, and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, are we even listening to the same plan? You guys went their separate ways to help prepare for Yui's plan. Can't state our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? How do I even trust you? You burned me once before. How can I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I say is to make sure you trust me is that we both have people we care about. And that if you don't escape, then the person I care about will go down with you. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. I'm asking for you to help somebody you've never met and you never will. Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman has put me through hell, treated me like a lab rat and more, and yet somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you do trust me. You'll see tomorrow that I'm going along with Yui's plan entirely. I'll trust you, Kat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be! I literally shot you! I think that earned you the right to be angry and more, no? I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks straight, but I got to know you. I think you're rude and manipulative and have no trouble lying to my face. Hey, can you skip to the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass. You keep secrets from everyone, and you finished? I don't think you're a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. You made sure I never lose hope. I know that was never part of the job. You didn't have to do that. Yet you did it over and over. Must have been tough tiring to do that over and over, full well knowing we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all this, but I believe you do care about helping people. I'm flattered. But you got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've done for you, the others, it's been for my own selfish reasons. Just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. Spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to the room, but I couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It's as if something was on the tip of my tongue, but I barely couldn't grasp it. Yet somehow, I know I'm closer than I've ever been. I gotta take a potty break, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Up and the game crashed. Good thing I saved. Why is it when I switch to it, it crashes? That's so weird. But that's why I was like, let me save first. Alright, we're good. Kat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and then helped prepare for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work, making sure other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depended on it. In truth, it did. He was playing games with the staff outside. It didn't take long for it to become a fast favorite for them. Pretty sure half the staff were playing games just so they could get her to notice them, and she knew it. I have to admit, I'm really impressed by Yui. Her plan is really coming together. Tara and Scarlett joined forces to make sure all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Tara found them one by one, Scarlett turned on the charm and made sure they came with her to the party. Then, when it came time for Scarlett to switch to her other mission, Allie took over, though I'm told she implied more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to make sure every part of our plan was going smoothly. And for once, it did! A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying their lights out. Everybody's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. I enjoyed everyone who came, stayed too. Perfect, everyone's eaten? As they should have. It is fine food. Looks like it's all going according to plan. I'm just going to head and get to the fun part. Guy pulled out a remote from her pocket and pushed a button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party grounds. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smoothly as it can be. Good job, team. We owe you one, Yui. Right back at you, Allie. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa, are fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, these fireworks were practically blinding. I have to say I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Though there might have been some side effects to watching them so close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks were the signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's gonna be a lonely night. I know what we said before, but it'd be such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds great. Sounds lovely. Let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Look. Don't be like that, Tara. It'd be good for us to pull off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise and exercise. And now Kitty wants to leave the room. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Allie picked Tara up over her shoulder. And away we go! Come on, come on. Scarlett grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I think that one day we'll look back and remember this day. It's the most fun night I've ever had out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow, and now we'll find out if there's tomorrow for us. Maybe we waited for the darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. The plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure the boat really is coming. Later than usual. Think they're on to us? No, it's just a little longer. It's cold. There's no point worrying about that. If they're onto us now, we're already dead. All we can do is wait. Ugh. We waited for an hour more, then another, then another. We were losing hope. And guess it's here. Cat pointed towards the ocean. We all looked in unison. Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge, despite how far it was. It must have be massive from up close. Alright, it's only going to be a few minutes before it reaches the shore. Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Cat told us, the staff will physically inspect the mansion to make sure we're there. We can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we're not there, they'll sound the alarm and our chances of escaping will go from slim to nil. According to Cat, it's how I got caught last time. Make the great escape. We made it back to the mansion and rushed into our respective rooms. I turned off the light, then jumped on the bed and pretended to be asleep. A few moments later, I heard the sound of somebody opening a door. It must be them. There's a mechanical rhythm to it, footsteps. A door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again, a door would close, repeat. Over and over till it got to my room. I tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Footsteps. A second later, my door opens. I can tell it's probably about 5 people. Breathe in. They're walking closer to me. Breathe out. I can tell 2 of them are in front of me. They're muttering something under their breath. You have to pity her. Come on, she could do better. Rude. Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. Feels like my heart stopped. Breathe out. Moving closer to me step by step. What's that? Breathe in, I think. It takes everything I have not to move with every nerve in my body screams to run. This is it, they're onto me. I can't help but ball a fist in my hands. Never mind, we're done for tonight. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. Then walk farther away from me than outside the room. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of our plan. We regrouped downstairs. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Tara? I'll go check on her. Upon cue, Tara came running down the stairs. I'm good, don't worry about it. I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. I didn't buy it, and the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided detection for now, but now there's going to be upwards of 100 guards on patrol between here and the boat. There's little to no chance we can all make it there without being seen, but there's a chance we'll have to take. Actually, we had just to think for that. Good to see if Scarlet and I. What's that? Well, we went through all the trouble preparing such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra to chew on, no? You did it. Oh, she did. It was like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. Brains. Bananas. Brains and bananas. Arr. Brains. Accounting. Sugar. Hundreds of zombies littered the field. You know, I can't believe we ever let you take shit, Carl. You better be glad that you did. Now I think about it, could we have just put a sleeping agent or something like that in? Where's the fun in that? Well, we still have to go past him to get to the boat, right? Don't worry about it, I've got a fair share of experience taking down zombies. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Don't worry about it, let's be on our way. We managed to sneak out of the mansion without making much of a fuss. As soon as we got into the forest, it was smooth sailing. There was just a few zombies in there. To be honest, how much Scarlet enjoyed herself taking down zombies was more concerning. I'm worried about that when we get off the island. I'll worry about that when we get off the island. For now, I'll focus on getting out of here. A few moments later, we made it to the beach. The boat was clear in sight. Wow, it's huge. Let's not waste any time. Domo Ikaru, welcome. I'm good. How are you? Right now, we're trying to escape off this island because we were told to find love or die trying. But the love part was a lie. They just want to kill us. Domo, Miss Enika. Good to see you too. Like now everyone's working together to try and get off the island. We're trying to... Like Scarlet turned people into zombies as a distraction while we all jump on this boat. We rushed to the ship and ran straight for the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed the engine's been tampered with and I need to fix it. Huh? Why? Because it turns out we've been experimented on. Basically, we were stuck in like a loop where we would play the dating sim game over and over again, and they would reset our memories every time. And we kind of just want to get out of here so they don't get sick of that and kill us. It's pretty crazy. If I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what? Come with me just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Lead the way. Yeah, it is really interesting. The nice thing about this game is that it is free. But for a free game, it's like, it's got a lot of good stuff. The art's really good. Like, it's got some good CGs. The story's really interesting. So, I recommend it. It was pitch black inside. Cat had to shine a light to see anything. Strange, where are they? Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Found it. Talking to my dad, outsourcing everything to the grunts. This is child's play for me now. Cat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We still don't know if we're in the clear, and this is gonna take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a lookout. It was almost impossible to see anything, though. Since when were you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. I had to teach myself. There wasn't exactly a trade school on the island. Did you get any wives already? Yeah, I pretty much dated everybody. Like, I got to date everybody. I got to smooch everybody. A couple of them I took to bed with a sleepover. It was really nice. And then when they all got their memories back, they called me a cheater because I dated all of them at once. Oops. But it's okay. They're pretty much over it. We'll probably be getting the harem ending. I'm sorry I didn't trust you before, Kat. I get it now. Why you did what you had to do. Keep talking like that and you'll raise a death flag for the both of us. Jeez. We can talk more later if you'd like. Oopsie daisy, fucky wucky. Exactly. In the meantime, this boat is fixed. Nice. Let's get the others and tell the others and get the hell out of here. We ran back to the others and told them the good news. At the same time, Kat revved up the engine of the boat. We were good to go. We later jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We're really doing this. We're finally getting out of here. It's hard to believe, but it's true. We did it. Nice, but also, yeah. Now, you don't have to thank me all at once. We really did it. Thank you, Kat. Really saved us. You did. We wouldn't be able to get this point if it weren't for you. There's no need to thank me. I actually should apologize. I didn't do anything sooner. It's a trap. The intercom rang out. Kat turned white as a sheet when we heard a voice that was all too familiar. No. Damn it. Damien.
Ding, ding, ding. I guess you heard learned at least something at school, Kat. Not enough, clearly, but hey, it's something. That's gonna win a participation ribbon somewhere.
Naughty, no cheating. It's not my fault. I just forgot that I dated the other girls. You knew what I was planning.
Of course I did, dearie. I made you.
It was my pee-pee in your mom's womb. I know exactly how you think. I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud of the show you've given us these last 2 years. What? Oh, sorry. Did I forget to tell you? While you were busy filming playing those other bitches, my team was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Give the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know? After all, if I do this to my own daughter, imagine when I do to someone who wasn't. You're a monster.
Flyer will get you nowhere, Kit Kat.
Oh, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We're getting out of here. We fixed the boat and there's nothing else you can do to stop us now. We're getting out of here.
Saying guards like that is just playing with fire, love.
The earth started to shake. Even though we were on the boat, I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean all around the island. It climbed higher and higher until it cast a shadow over the boat. Higher and higher until the only daylight we could see was just a circle above us. We were trapped.
How about we play a game, my little rats?
David spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screen on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him. what looked like a strange kind of stadium.
I've got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push of this and you'll be free to go. It'd be easy for you to waltz on in and flip it. You've gotten rid of all our security.
But the switch is only going to work if you have 2 people's handprints with producer level clearance.
Sure, you've got Cat, but you'll never get mine.
But at the same gun I've been shot with before.
Though, don't let that stop you from trying.
The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in uneasy silence. Our hands are tied. We've no chance but to go back. Hello, he's got a gun. Took us all down before we even have a chance to grab him. We've got no choice, though. If we leave here, it's only a matter of time before they send people after us. I guess we still have to head back to the beach. Let's turn this around. We got an ass to kick. No, that's exactly what Damien wants you to do. The turnaround part or the ass kicking? I'll leave that to your imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we do just that, he has a plan for it. He'll find some kind of way to turn us against each other, and then none of us will be making it out of here alive. Even so, we can't just stay here and wait until we're out of time. Bloody and I will go flip the switch. Besides, we're the only 2 people here who can do anything about it. Huh? What do you mean by that? I thought only you were Damien. I'll explain on the way. There's no time. Are you ready to run? I won't allow it. There's no way we're letting Bloody go back there without us.
You say it, sister.
I'm not letting you lose all your chance all at once. I'm getting out of here. Scarlet, please. You know exactly what Damien is capable of. I don't like this cat. I know. Let him go. Believe me, I hate this. I hate this to my core. But Cat's right. Cat didn't waste a moment. She searched for my hand. We gotta hold hands while we go defeat her evil father. Or I knew what I was doing. We ran up off the boat back together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done before countless times. I looked back to the boat just once, but I couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces that I wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm gonna make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Cat's lead. It's earlier than I planned, but there's no plan like the present for exposition about your past. Oh, now you're gonna drop it. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. Would I happen to be resistant to bullets? You will find out if you are together. Though if you look at your history, I'd say no. Yeah, I survived the time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. I'm bulletproof. Touché. Before you came onto the show, you were a producer just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and work on this island was the only life I'd ever known. It sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it to. But then I met you. I've got no idea what would bring someone like you to the island, but you... Meaning you changed me. You smiled like I'd never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be part of that world one day. You helped me realize we needed to shut this place down if we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years, we worked together to free as many people we could from these death traps shows. We'd ship them away safely, fake their deaths, everything. And we did just that for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Every day he got closer and closer to figure out until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and I... We were together. And then you sold me out right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you to. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us were technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien down, though I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. You trust me enough for that? Well, honestly, I don't know. A part of me wants to trust Kat, the same part that unconsciously remembers what I did for years and years. But how can I forget that betrayal? Even if she had her reasons. Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. Make sure she doesn't shoot me again. We got back to the mansion. Kat made a beeline to the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why the show's on the island. Cat took out her master key and slid into a hidden socket in a wall behind one of the tanks. Click! Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into 2 doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took 1 step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light, and... applause?
Welcome, welcome! You finally made it!
Damien's face was plastered over countless screens in a stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on a center stage, a background sprawling with maze-like walls in all shapes and sizes and littered with guns. This is just Squid Game. Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens.
We wouldn't have a show with you, idiots.
We wouldn't have a show without... I think that's the typo. So I'm glad you actually came back.
Oh man, you didn't even bring back the others? You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making this far, etc., etc. I gotta say I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed you remembered your old haunt just from a few seconds of video.
No thanks to you, you dirtbag.
There's not any way to thank someone who gives you room and board.
You gave Bloody a way nicer room than I ever got.
Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here?
The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damien, and he's got a gun. More ammunition, then he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field? It's all we can do, but the odds are not in our favor. Most of the weapons lying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hopes that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll give the people trapped in his shows just enough hope for escape, and he'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fakes. Boats and planes where you're trapped on an island. If we're gonna make it through this, you can't fall for his game. Understand? Loud and clear. Now let's go. There's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each thing. If we had a chance, we'd pick up both the gun and see if it was real. We only had seconds to check each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gun rang out, blowing a hole through the wall Cat and I were hiding behind.
What's the matter? You're like 2 rats in a lab.
He fired again. Shrapnel from the wall scraped my arm. Fuck! It was like my arm had been lit on fire. You okay? I'll live, don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind our wall, narrowly dodging another shot from Damien. It dawned on me he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working. But why? He's reloading, come on. We dashed from behind a wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could. I managed to pick up 2 pistols. Cat did the same. Damn, looks like they're fakes too. How's your looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear that it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Cat realized it the same second I did. It was real. A single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good. Let's... Another shot rang out, blowing a hole in the wall just where my head was a second ago. Fuck, how come he gets the fucking head cannon? The budget's gotta go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got a gun. That's the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with the gun, we're no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium opposite the entrance until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch! You'd think they'd hit better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena as he disappeared on the screens above the area.
Congrats, you found the switch. It's a damn shame. I forgot to mention something about the switch here. It won't do shit, even if you both have access as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I plan on sticking around. But I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do.
Cat looks like she'd seen a ghost.
Cat, Bloody, I've got an offer you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap-up on Find Love or Die Trying. I'll even let the survivor leave the island. I can't even guarantee I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth, because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill both of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes aside, then I'm coming for you.
The screen shut off. This man's evil. Yeah, devil in suit, exactly. Kat and I looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear in her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Bloody. I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm gonna betray you again, right? I was at a loss of words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. And honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What's that? I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we've got. Look, I'm not stupid to not know how that sounds. The simple reality is I've known you for so long now, and the one thing I know about you is you're a terrible shot. Me, I'm as good as you can get on the island. I think I'm our best bet of taking him down. I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me, she closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead. Then please just make it quick. The gun in my hands never felt so heavy. On one hand, a guarantee that I could make it out of here alive. On the other, trusting Kat. Can I trust Kat after all she's done to me? Can I really believe her words when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I've got no time. I have to choose. Alright, so this is like the only dialogue choice that actually matters in the game. As you could probably guess, one's the good ending, one's the bad ending. Gee, I wonder which is which. Yeah, the most moment of all time, exactly. Yeah, so we'll start off with the bad ending. I'm sorry, Kat. Don't be. I deserve this. At least she's honest. I raised the gun and pointed at her. I took a deep breath. Goodbye. I love you. Woo! Goodbye. Goodbye. I've earned my freedom, but at what cost? Every day I take back, the boat gets heavier and heavier. It feels like I'm sinking to the ground. For some reason, I'm crying? My heart hurts so much. It feels like a part of me has died. I fall to the ground. I try to get up, but I just sink deeper and deeper into the ground. I'm so sorry, Kat. I'm so sorry. Alright, now we'll save her. I trust you, Kat. I held the gun to her. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done, yes. I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. But I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. I can fix you! Take it. Thank you. She took the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around for long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hid it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around and repeated. How much time has passed? Feels like we've been looking for hours with the pressure, though I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot, our one only pull at any time. Left, right, and glanced around, then looked at her and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We only have one shot to make or break it. Look back at Kat. She's checking a corner ahead of us. She looks left, she looks right. Takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She tries to look back at me. Oh no. Damien's walking closer and closer from her with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. So he lifts the gun off from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run, something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. Our only saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. That's it then. Flashback time? I only ever heard Cat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's nothing we can do. The engine's broken and the guards will be here any minute. We at least got some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the previous few firearms we had and split them between us. There's two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention you're a terrible shot. You're right, taking them head on would be suicide, but that's not what you'll be doing. Me, I'm just a nobody, but you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but us both dying here would be worthless. If you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You'll have to find that out yourself. They're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any minute. I hate this for you, you know. I know. I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sight directly at me. And now we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. You don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you even without them. Right back at you, Cat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound. One last time. I could hear the guards coming now. We're only seconds left. On the bright side, I don't owe you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I can see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say you did it? What? I'm alive? Everything hurt so bad I wish I wasn't. Shock must have knocked me out cold. Off the blood, my vision flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if I'd been fatally shot. All I could do to try and stay conscious. So as you said, Father, anyone who breaks our law must be punished. It made me got our voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. You'll make your old man very, very proud. Oh, we look at that. Looks like our little hero's got some life left. Yeah, so that basically means we were just remembering things wrong. She faked betraying us so her dad wouldn't kill her. You know, you're in luck. See the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to fire you. No severance. Tried to make a witty comeback, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughing up blood. You're in luck. A new opportunity's just opened up, and I think. He kicked me in the stomach and then rolled me on his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft to you, but by not killing you outright. He looked down at me and then back at her. But mark my words, you'll both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about Bloody anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never liked them much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumble into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. Pulled the river back with everything she had. Who are you gonna fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have and always will. I'm sorry for what I forced you to do. Even more so, I'm sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I almost reached Cat. I pushed myself to run faster and faster, faster than I've ever ran in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Cat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing my life away for Cat? These memories, they're not mine yet, not at the same time. Who could say if I'm the same person as before who loved her so much? Who would say if these memories form a completely different me compared to who I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Kat and throw myself in front of her. Because I love her! A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning instead of flame. He fires again and again. Undescribable pain rips across my body as shot after shot rips through me. Not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle, I start to fall. As I fall, I see Kat with her gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lips so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me over is her finger pressed down on the trigger. Damien fires back. Wake up! Please! Please don't die! What's happening? Am I alive? I never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up! I can't lose you again! Not again! Took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Kat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming out of her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Kat, I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I look up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot! She laughed. Yeah, now I know what it feels like. I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. Damn, gunshot wounds hurt like a bitch. There was nothing else you could have done, Kat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of these last 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt or how much I would have to hurt. I would get you off this island, alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. If I had to see you fall in love with someone else 100 times. If I knew I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'd keep it even if it kills me. Kat tried to lift me off the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're gonna get yourself killed. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step towards the switch. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again, her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know that you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was ragged. She'd take several steps and have to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. The switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. But I'd like to still believe it's you. That you're still the same Bloody that I fell in love with. You're just steps away from the switch. And I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it, you just... She coughed up blood again. You need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew close to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Bloody, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. No problem. Kat gently rested me to the ground. Fuck, I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it. I'm sorry. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? GG. I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah. I love you. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together. Somewhere far from here. I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we got met in a different place, a different time. Maybe then, just then, we... Kat? Kat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both of her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eyes. If we could have met in a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story could have been so different. I wish we could have, Kat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. That's all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked at Kat. I looked at the heavens which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us and all I could I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. I must be, bleh. The world turned black. Am I dead? Now I keep asking myself that. It's bound to be right sooner or later. Somehow, I think there's more to come to my story. I know there's only one person I want to spend it with. I wonder if there's like a different CG for each girl. Scarlet's my favorite still. Scarlet. I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? I tried to get up. Ow, fuck. Looked down at my body. I've been bandaged enough to look like a mummy. But I'm alive. Well, welcome back to the world of the living. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you wake up. It's good to be back, Scarlet. Really, you've got to be more careful. If that zombie virus I created didn't double as a life-saving regeneration booster, you would be dead right now. I'm sorry, what? Nah, I shouldn't have said that. I definitely should not have said that. Let me go tell the others the good news. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're alright, buddy. What did I tell you guys? There was nothing to worry about. Your treatment proposal was unorthodox, to say the least. Nonetheless, I'm so happy to hear that it went well. If you died after all that we'd been through, I'd kill you. I'm really happy that you're here for me to say that to. What I think we're trying to say is we're just glad you're okay. You know, the Resistance could use somebody like you. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore, huh? I laughed from the heart. I can't tell you how happy I am to see all you guys right now. Thanks, guys. You really stuck out your neck to save Kat and I could never thank you enough. It's what you do for us. Indeed, we ran after you two just moments after you left. There's no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you. Yeah, mission accomplished. Yay, we live. Yeah, I know Kat said not to, but hey. I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good. By the way, Kat's been doing well too. She's resting in the room next door. We even managed to save the brothers 5 too. I couldn't just let them be stranded after all we've been through together. That's great news. Thanks for letting me know. I should be thanking you. None of us could have made it off the island if it wasn't for you and Kat. Brothers 5 is saved. Yeah! It's true despite whatever you may hear Tara say. I'm just saying I have a pretty mean right hook. So good to see you all. I've got no idea what the world ahead has for each of us, but whatever is in store, we'll face it together. You bet. I'm surprised you could say that with a straight face, but yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. I really use you as a PR person for the Resistance. You gotta think for speeches. Wait a minute, if everyone's here in Cat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looked at Tara. And that's a serious exit for Terabyte. She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it's been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear, just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's so good to see you're okay. That's a team. We need to give Bloody some time to rest. Once again, I'm not going to quarantine you because we didn't use the zombie virus's anti-unique properties to save you. Thanks, Charlotte. And thank you, everybody, for coming to see me. Don't mention it. We're all in this together. We're all in this together, all right? See you later. All right, enough with the cheese. Get out before Bloody turns. I mean, before Bloody needs rest. Yes. And with that, I was alone. Ooh, I thought they'd never leave. Hey, Scott, what's up? Nothing, She was hanging a syringe behind her back. Just need to give you a shot for good luck. Right. I put my arm out forward. Well, the doctor knows best. I'm not a doctor. She injected the good luck into my arm. I just wanted to say thanks again. My life went off the rails back at the island even before the show. That's putting it lightly. She laughed. I know if I stayed there, I never would have been truly happy for the rest of my life. I would never been able to help people ever again. So, thank you again. You've been out, so there's no way you'd know, but today's the day would have been the last day of the show. The final ceremony where you ask which one of the girls would be with you. No, I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but, well, I'm sure whoever you go with will be really happy. You probably want to get some rest. She started to turn towards the door. I'll see you. I reached for her and held her hand tight. Sometimes you just know what you have to say. And there's no force on earth that can stop those words from coming out. Scarlet. I love you. Come again. I love you. Whenever I lost hope on the island, you were always there for me. I had no memories, no hope of escaping, nothing to my name. You never let me feel alone. You made me believe that I could start over no matter what had happened before. And you're the one I want to start over with. I can't believe it. I love you too so much. There's no one I'd rather start over with than you. There are times where I'd given up too. When I remember the past, I can honestly say that if we weren't there, I wouldn't be bothered here right now. So thank you. I love you so much. Wherever this life takes us, I want you to be next to me always. I'll be right by your side. She reached for my hand. I grasped hers tightly. Follow me. We walked together towards the deck of the boat, and we were greeted by a breathtaking evening sky. Okay, so we do get a CG. So yeah, I'm gonna go do all the other girls too. I mean, romance all the other girls too. See that? Everything under that infinite sky is full of possibilities for us. Things to learn, places to see, moments to share. There's nothing we can't do, nowhere we can't go. We'll finally get to rewrite our own story together. Finally, it'll be us, and only us. I wouldn't have it any other way, Scarlet. She pulled me close and kissed me like it was her last day on Earth. I guess the only remaining question is, where should we start? Wherever our path takes us with you, I know it's the right one. With you, we'll live the way we want, and no one can get in the way of that. Wherever we go, we'll go together. I love you, Scarlet. Wherever our new story is, we'll write it together. Yay! Happy ending. Alright. Next, we'll do Tara while my voice is still coherent. Yeah, familiar room, blah, blah, blah. Fuck, mommy, live.
What time you woke up? Sheesh. Sure know how to keep a girl waiting.
Sorry, I should still figure out the whole not dying thing.
Glad you figured it out. Give me a second, I gotta let the others know you're up.
Tara ran off, then came back a few moments later. Didn't make it safe eating you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely unrelated to how I treated you. I'm just thankful it worked. So good to see you safe and sound. Yeah, really happy if you're here to say that too. I think we're trying to say is I think we're glad you're okay. And a lot of the dialogue seems pretty similar. Yeah, it's all similar. Just gonna click through it. The new dialogue should come up once they all split. Yeah, it's all still the same. Alright. This time she leaves. It's time to go see her. Hey!
Hey, Bloody. Would you happen to know how to read a map?
Oh my god, I just realized. Her shirt is the dark side of the moon. Why did I only realize that now?
Seriously, everything just looks blue out here.
I couldn't help but laugh. You think about it, doesn't matter where we're going as long as we're not going back to the island.
I can guarantee that's not happening. Aside that,
Not much else. We laughed together. You know, Tara, I wanted to thank you.
For what?
No matter how dark things got or how much it seemed like it was all over, you never stopped trying to get people's spirits up. You made us laugh when it felt like we hit the end of the road. You made us brave enough to try to escape, to laugh at the chances and just do it. You're incredible.
It was nothing.
More than that, what you've done for everyone, you made me feel like I can do anything. When I'm next to you, I feel like we can take the world. I really like you, Tara. I want to make you feel like how you make me feel every day. I want to make you laugh when you want to cry. I want to make you sing and dance like it seems like it's all over. Map. Shucks, I don't know what to say. Gosh, I'd like that. I like you too. I felt like giving up. You made me feel like I could do anything. And when I'm next to you, I know the world's in our hands. So I guess we're gonna start dating now? I guess so. Sweet. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's make this... Let's take this post somewhere with the internet. Sounds like a plan. Wherever we're heading next, I know it's where I belong. Let's just hope there's not too many pigeons there. There we go. Next. Yui. You're up! Yui rushed my side, huggingly tight me. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you again. Great to see you again, Yui. Really, you need to be more careful. We'll have a talk about this later, but I'll let you off this time. 1 second, I gotta tell everyone the good news. Yui ran off and came back a few moments later. You had us worried. It's all the same. Okay. Hey. Hey there. Oh, shouldn't you be resting? I'll be fine. I've got all night to sleep it off. If you say so. Come here, you've got to see the view. You reached for my hand and I clasped hers tight. Come on, come on. She pulled me with her to the side of the deck. You've never seen a view like this back in the country. Think about it just fills me with hope. Maybe it's silly to say it, but it makes me feel like anything can happen if we try. And maybe things will work out the way we dream they do. After escaping together, I know how you feel, Yui. I'm not so sure. Here goes. I love you. I've loved you since the day we met before all of this. I never thought I'd get the chance to meet you again, but here we are. There's nothing I want more than just a life with you. It made me feel like anything's possible. It made me feel like I'm floating on a cloud every moment we're together. I know the other girls are amazing too, but I pulled her close and kissed her before she could finish. She kissed me with everything she had. It was like we were only people in the world. I love you too, Yui. You're the only person I ever want to be with. When I thought there was no chance for us making it out of here, you always lifted my spirits back up. You made me laugh and smile like I'd never before. Never been happier than with you. You're always there for me, and I'm going to be here for you too. This is a dream, right? Is as real as it gets, Yui? This is the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. It's going to be my goal to break that record every chance I get. Pinch me! I've got a better idea. I kissed Yui once more. We held each other and kissed as if it was our last day on Earth. Here's to making you the happiest woman that's ever been, Yui. I love you. Cool. Next, Violet. Welcome back. I knew you'd make it, but you had me for a second. You know me, I like to keep things interesting. It's great to see you again, Violet. Likewise. I'm not sure what I've done if I had lost you. I've grown a bit attached, you might say. I'm sure the others want to know if you're all right. A moment, please. Oh, I reached for the door and a second later she opened it. Hey. Hey. Should you not be resting? Probably, but I won't stand for it. Here, let me help you back to bed. Thanks, Violet. I put my arm around her and she walked with me back to bed. I wanted to talk with you. At first, I wanted to wait until later, but I've learned some things just cannot wait. I had to see you no matter what. What's that? I wanted to thank you. If it weren't for you, I know I never would have left that island alive. Right back at you, Violet. You gave us hope when we all but given up. Compared to that, I didn't do much. I could not have done it if it weren't for you supporting me all the time. You've helped me through so much. I'm more grateful than I could ever express. You helped me realize that there's no such thing as a guarantee. The world we live in, the things we believe, whether or not we will survive another day, they can all be taken away in an instant. I'm positive none of us ever planned to be on a show like this now. I'd like to think so. If this is the way the world is, then there's nothing more important than making the most of every moment. That's all we have. It's true. She took a deep breath. More than anything, I want to share all those moments to come with you. Like you've been there for me, I want to make you smile when you want to cry. I want to make you as happy as you made me every day. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love you. Will you be mine and only mine? I love you too, Violet. It'll be my pleasure to be yours. Will you be mine? For always, if you will have me. I couldn't help but smile. You beat me to asking you. I was going to ask you and ask you out. I suppose great minds think alike. Perhaps I'm making a little more of the moments than you are, no? I laughed. I don't know about that. I pulled Violet close and kissed her on the lips. She kissed me back passionately as if it were our last. For a moment, time stood still. All that mattered was Violet and I. It was bliss. I'm looking forward to the moments to come with you, Bloody. I couldn't be happier. Look at the word right out of my mouth. Here's the moments we'll share, Violet. You love you. Yeah. Allie.
Look who finally decided to wake up.
Good to see you again. Right back at you, Allie. Not gonna lie, I had us pretty worried for a moment there. I like to keep things interesting.
That's the spirit.
Well, I should let the others know you're okay. I ran off thinking back a few moments later. Yeah, that's all the same. Hey! Hey there! Whoa, should you be up here? You're hurt! I'll manage. I wanted to see you. And some things just can't wait. What's up? I wanted to say thanks, Allie. Without you, never would have made it out of here.
Aw, come on, you're making me blush.
You know that's not true. You picked now of all times to be modest, huh? And so I know that without you, I probably would have given up long before you got to this point. You made me hope for a better world out there and made me want to make it better too. You made me think that living in this world could be beautiful again if it was with you. Not to mention I never laughed as hard as and not as much as when I'm with you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love you. I want to go wherever you go if you'll have me.
Made you say that with a straight face. I feel the same way. The times I spent with you are the best times I've ever had. I'm warning you though, if you want to stick around with me, it's only going to get crazier.
I like the sound of that. I'm cool with any amount of crazy as long as I get to be by your side.
Well, are you the romantic? But I think I could get used to it.
Allie pulled me close and kissed, passionately.
How does overthrowing a corrupt government sound for a fourth date?
I couldn't help but laugh. Sounds like a plan. Alright, and then last but not least, Kitty Cat. Huh, Yui's here. I guess it makes sense considering Cat's in the other room. The Duff Boys was the one I know I have to make. They're all such incredible people. I'm lucky to be with any of them. Anyone would. I sat in silence for a time, both resting and contemplating what to do. Is it a life of excitement with Allie? A life of rediscovery of Scarlet? A life enjoying the simple things with Yui? A life challenging our limits with Violet? A life of freedom with Terra? Like, don't worry, I took all those for you. You just don't know. And then I just knew. I got up from the bed. I walked to the door of my room and looked for the room next to mine. There. I looked through the window and I just knew. I opened the door. Hey. Hey. You look like shit. You don't look much better. I'm surprised your face is intact. It's survived a lot now, hasn't it? Yeah. You know the girls are hoping you ask them out today. They'll get the wrong idea if they see you here. I came here for you, Kat. Only you. You've been there for me from even before I can remember meeting you. There's no way I could have ever gotten off this island, or anyone else could have if it wasn't for you. I know there's so much we have to figure out, and so much we don't know about this world, but I know I want to face that world with you. Kat. Tears were streaming down her face. I didn't want to hope for it. I walked next to her and got down on one knee. I tried so hard to convince myself it would never happen because it was too painful to even hope. I don't have a ring or anything, but I'm sure I can get one later. You don't need a ring. Will you marry me? Yes, yes, yes. I love you, Kat. I love you too. More than you could ever know. life takes you is where I'll go. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss, fights in the rain, making up, the joy of just being with the one you love. The day I proposed to her the first time. And now today, I'm sure there's many more to come. Here's to making new memories together, Kat. I love you. Alright, and that's it. Yeah, like I said, for a free game, that was really good. Like, you could just download this straight off Steam. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I managed to go through it despite my throat here gradually dying. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll be streaming Saturday with more Hollow Cure. I know someone mentioned Honkai Railstar. I may do a Gorilla stream for that. I'm debating it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it next week. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Don't worry. It's in my mind. I literally can't escape it. It's literally fucking everywhere. So yeah, just keep a lookout. Check my Discord, all that stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go raid one of my VTuber siblings because he's actually streaming. Finally. So you guys can check him out. It's like a pre-debut stream. It was fun. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, just big sis sending love, I guess. All right, good night, everyone. Don't enter the killer game show. It's a trap. Find your waifu for lifeu. Good night.